how will I stack up against some of the best competition climbers on the planet? Hello everyone, my name is Jonathan, and a few months back, I joined an international training camp led by IFSC setters Melis and Sergio at Arcos Climbing in Paris. The caliber of the athletes who showed up was just off the freaking charts. So tag along and see how I did in this 2-day World Cup level competition simulation.
Ale, come on. Come on, dude. There you go.
This stuff is kind of hard. We just went through some Parisian traffic and now we've gotten to the gym. Got like an hour-ish to warm up, say hi to everyone. There were 50 athletes who participated in this event, and this was right before the beginning of the World Cup season, so everyone was in the best shape of their lives. When I was warming up, I was actually feeling pretty good. I had been training really hard and I was in like a pretty good shape, but when I saw these World Cup athletes warming up right next to me, I got pretty nervous. I just didn't want to embarrass myself and be seen as, the stupid guy from YouTube. Day one, it's a World Cup qualifying round format, so 5 minutes on, 5 minutes off, 5 boulders. And the first climb was basically my nightmare coming true. This climb basically only had 2 moves. The first one was this crazy powerful step up dyno compression thing. I thought I had to give it 110% power just so you have a chance to stick it. I just yeeted myself towards that first hold over and over again. In hindsight, I probably should have jumped a little bit less and focused on placing my left hand on the deeper side of volume so the compression is a bit better. At that moment, I definitely felt like I was just not strong enough. So I started trying this alternative beta of keeping my foot on the volume and sort of press the bottom of the first hold. This almost worked. I managed to slow the movement down quite a bit, but I just couldn't really dial it down. I probably tried 10-15 tries at least in those 5 minutes. It was crazy. And just like that, the time was up. Watching back at how the other guys did the boulder, I definitely should have tried to keep the left foot on for as long as possible before going to compression. I usually find it quite hard to tell whether or not I can keep my foot on moves like this, especially because I'm a little bit on the shorter side, but also had so many tries on that move, I should have been able to figure it out. And could I have done the last move if I got to the zone? I like to think so, but it's a pretty big move. In the past, the first climb would have definitely affected me. But for this comp, I was deliberately trying to practice having a really positive mindset. When I turned around to the second boulder, my inner monologue definitely could have been quite negative. The wall is super steep, I was barely tall enough to reach the starting holds. The starting foothold was all Dutex, so I could definitely just slip off. But I just kept repeating this idea of, I can crush this boulder in my head. I mean, you can just tell by how I'm planning moves for the whole boulder and brushing every single hold. I had every intent to demolish this boulder. Sort of a fake it till you make it mentality. Surprise, I didn't flash the boulder, but I just kept telling myself this is definitely within my wheelhouse. And I mean, just look at that face. Does that look like a face that's been defeated? No. And then guess what? I stuck the freaking move.
Ale, come on, try hard. Ale. Come on, Ale.
The first orange hold is a pinch, but I only got it as like a 4-finger drag. I couldn't really get my thumb on. I tried to continue, but slipped off. Even though I fell, I was actually pretty psyched to stick that first move because I knew it was pretty up there and close to my limit. And being able to pull that off the bag in a comp setting, it felt pretty good. This climb only had 1 top at the end, so it was definitely mega hard. Before we continue, let me take a moment and tell you about today's paid partnership with BetterHelp. I've been training really hard recently, and I'm honestly quite satisfied with the progress that I'm making. However, every time I go on social media, it seems like everyone is sending way harder stuff than I am, and it just makes me feel like I'm not doing enough. However much we would like to be, we are not professional climbers, and we all have a lot of work to do outside of going climbing. It's so easy to feel like we're falling behind and not progressing as fast as possible. And that's where therapy can make a difference. BetterHelp makes getting started with therapy super simple. Fill a questionnaire and you'll be matched with a therapist as soon as possible. If it's not the right fit, you can easily switch therapists anytime at no extra cost. Click the link in the description or go to betterhelp.com/JonathanSin to get 10% off your first month of therapy. Climb number 3 was this super crimpy climb with mini footholds. I knew I didn't have a lot of good attempts on this one, so at the beginning of the round, I just took the time to switch it to my harder shoes. That would give me a better chance of sending the climb. Something I learned from the route setters after that round is that in the qualifying round for World Cups, the style is actually a lot more basic than what you imagine. Usually it's because there's less wall space, so there aren't a lot of coordination and jumps, but rather a lot more of this basic style. I got close on sticking the zone on this boulder. I think I was executing the move quite well, but I just kept dry firing off. Yeah, so despite how Instagram's always only showing those cool dynos and coordination moves, fingers and power is definitely still the most important things in competition climbing. At this point, it's getting really hard in the head. I'm 3 boulders in and I have 0 points on the board. Now imagine how refreshing it feels when I came out to the 4th boulder and I saw toe hooks, compression and pinches, just all my favorite styles. Not only did I get to the zone on the first try, I actually got to the second last hold of the climb. I definitely got way too excited and was overgripping a bit too much. All the blood just went into my arms and not my brain, and I did this crazy hand swap thing that made no sense. But yeah, it was nice to have some freaking points on board, eh? Again, this was a brutal boulder. No one got a top on this one. And not everyone got zones, so you could kind of say I'm just as good, if not better, than some World Cup athletes. God, I hope none of them watch this. The last boulder was probably the most frustrating one for me. When I turned around, I knew exactly what the move was. It's this step up dyno coordination thing. From the very first goal, you can see I was doing the movement really well and really slowing it down and getting close to the zone. But I just couldn't hold the swing on this pretty decent handhold. And I'm pretty sure it's because my right wrist was still injured at the time. I've had this wrist problem forever, and to be honest, I've just been a bit lazy on doing my rehab, and it always just hurts on these slow pivot kind of moves. So every try that I got close to sticking this move was just a reminder that I've been lazy, really. So yeah, that's something I'm working on now, and there's no excuse for that one. We just have to put in like the scores, and it didn't take a lot of time. You know, I just put cross for everything other than one. One day, we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll have like the work session, like just a little bit, so you get to try all the boulders again. Quite excited for that. I feel like it was hard, but it wasn't impossible on a lot of the boulders. I felt really close. During the work session, everyone tried the climbs again together. It was definitely my favorite part of this training camp. It's the time where you can learn directly from the other climbers and also see how they do all the moves differently in their own way. The boulder I got on first was this M4 boulder, probably because it's the only one I got points for.
Yeah, come on.
I managed to unlock 2 extra moves, but the top was still miles away. Ain't not bad. The foot you're stepping on just feels like it's in the wrong direction. It just pushes you away from the hold. I'm pretty sure I can do the boulder, but it will definitely take me at least another session.
Come on, come in.
This stuff is kind of hard. And then I pulled on to the steep boulder. This one really surprised me. I basically couldn't manage to stick the first move for over an hour. Maybe I was a bit tired, but I think it also shows how sometimes in competition, your mind can just push your body to do things that are normally impossible.
Yeah, nice. Come on, hold it.
I pulled on with a jug and tried the moves after the first move. And it felt pretty good to know that I definitely could have gotten to the zone if I just had that first orange hold as a pinch and not a 4-finger drag.
Ali, dude. Come on. Ali. Yeah, focus. Come on. Really good. Try hard. Come on, dude. Ali. Yes! That's pretty good, actually.
That's so good! I guess sometimes you get one good try and you have to take the opportunity and just execute right there. I mean, seeing Meshdi trying to repeat this boulder 4 times in a row right next to me was just the perfect example. To be a good competition climber, you have to master the moves until you can't fall off. As you can tell, I climbed until pretty late and it was already dark outside. I was supposed to save some skin for the next day, so I wrapped the first day up by doing this paddle dyno on full Dutex holds and called it a day.
Yes, really good. Ali.
I can't believe I held it. That was crazy. I thought I lost it. That's when you know it's time to go home. When they're taking the boulder down. I still want to try, but should save some skin for tomorrow. We're gonna get some good food, recover, and hopefully send something tomorrow. Let's go.
Day 2 of the training camp was a semi-finals round simulation. 5 minutes on still, but only 4 boulders. Day 2 again did not start out well for me. It was this impossible, delicate slab boulder. I tried my best to stay calm through it, but I was still too scared and couldn't actually trust my feet. To no one's surprise, the people who did the best on this boulder were all the French climbers, so I was definitely at the right place to improve my slab game.
Ali Sam. Oh!
One thing about competition boulders that doesn't quite reflect on the screen is how uncomfortable they are. The route setters always manage to do an amazing job of putting the footholds just outside of the perfect body position. It's designed to make you feel uncomfortable and stressed, and the start of this boulder did exactly that. I was basically just fondling with this start hold for 3.5 minutes and I had no idea what to do.
Ali, come on. Ali Jono. Come on, Ali Jono. Yeah, Ali dude, come on.
When I finally pulled on, I completely forgot my plan and just did like some ridiculous beta that did not work at all. It really shows how important it is to have a calm mind during these comps. With 30 seconds to go, I somehow managed to pull back on, hit that 8mm block crimp, and I got to the zone.
Ali, come on. Yeah. Ali dude, Ali, come on. Ali, come on. Ali, come on. Come on, dude. There you go.
I definitely gave it everything on that one, and I was psyched to have stayed calm enough to repeat that first move, despite only having 30 seconds of rest. From what the route setter said about World Cup semi-finals, there are usually more jumping around and coordination moves than the qualifiers. M3 was a step-up dyno into a toe catch, then a paddle dyno foot stomp to finish. Yeah, I know. It sounds absolutely insane, but that's exactly what it was. I was still feeling pretty psyched from getting some points on Boulder 2, and seeing how this is exactly my style, I knew this was my chance to back some more points. Unlike the coordination boulder on day 1, where I just threw myself onto the dynamic boulder as hard as possible, every time I fell off here, I was thinking of the subtle changes I can make to the body. To have my hips close to the wall when I stand up, and I stuck the freaking move. The next bit though, I'm not quite sure how to put this, but
Ali. Come on, Jono.
I was scared. It was this massive paddle dino at the top of the wall, and all I could think about is how I could slip and just face plant. I managed to get that first move done a few more times, which I'm happy about how I can execute. But yeah, I don't think I even had like one proper attempt at that top half of the boulder. In the future, I think working these dynamic moves high up in the wall is definitely going to be important for the mental health. Going into M4, I was feeling pretty good, man. I scored way more points than I did on day 1, and my only focus was to give this boulder 110% effort and just try really hard. This mindset was actually taught to me by my coach when I was in Japan, Toki. It's the idea that you should give 110% power into a try. Even if you fall off, you actually get way more information about how the move is supposed to be and how the hold is supposed to feel. From there, it's much easier to dial it back down and see what the perfect level of effort is.
Yeah, Ali, dude. Ali. Come on, dude.
I stuck the first really hard move, but unfortunately the zone on this boulder is in not the hard move away, so I didn't get that. But I think at the end, everyone struggled on this boulder and there were no tops, barely anyone got zones, so I could walk away from this round pretty satisfied.
Ali!
Oh, we just finished the round. That was pretty fun. I think I did okay. Like the purple one especially was the one I'm the least happy about. I was intimidated by the boulder, and then I didn't try hard until like the last 2 attempts. I was just there and like I was scared. So yeah.
So how did I do on day 2? I'm pretty sure I didn't come last. I cannot confirm this because the semi-finals round was really brutal and most people didn't hand in the scorecards, but at the very least, I got double the amount of points on day 2 than day 1. In all seriousness, I do think I did a much better job on day 2 than day 1. I think it was mainly because I was able to showcase what I've got at my current ability. When I got back onto the boulders after the round, I actually didn't make any progress at all, even after a few hours. I think it's fair to say I performed to the best of my current ability during the competition round, which is a good feeling. Of course, I'm not saying that there aren't areas where I need to improve. In fact, I think the best thing about this training camp was help me decide which areas I have to focus on in this upcoming year before the World Cup team trials. I've spent a lot of time on dynamic coordination moves in the past, and I think it's fair to say I've gotten to a pretty good level at it. Even if it's something really complex, when I've learned and truly understand the move, I can repeat it with pretty high accuracy. But when it comes down to these strength and power moves, I'm much further away from what the standard is supposed to be. I know a lot of people say comps are just about coordination and jumps these days, but if you really pay attention to World Cup competitions, strength and power is still the most important thing. So this upcoming year, less jumps, more classic board style climbs, and of course, slaps. So that's a wrap of the international training camp in Paris. A massive thank you to all the setters and arcos for putting up this event. It was awesome to suck up all the energy from these top athletes, and I can't wait to test myself against these guys again. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. If you'd like to support the channel even further and help me create more videos just like this, please consider joining the Patreon, where you can get exclusive access to the behind the scenes and outtakes of these videos.
It's so hard to like rest and stuff. You just want to keep going non-stop and like tries after try.
And I'll see you on the next one.